I.S.U.P.K.
We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Never let their brothers fly. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die.
Up here now, they are attracted to this truth. They are curious to this truth. Why? Because we are saying the same thing that they thinking in their mind.
Right.
But for some reason, white supremacy wants to oppress our people to a way, to an extent to where they're scared to say anything.
Right.
We're not. We courageous lions, man. You look around at all these lights, right? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian, these Christmas lights that you see, the lights that people put in their yards, you just don't know that comes from worshiping Baal. Even in Europe and Ireland, they used to make fires in all the hills trying to celebrate their God. That's where you see these Christmas lights coming from, man. This has nothing to do. Christmas has nothing to do with anything, man.
Right.
It's in vain. Let me get Jeremiah 10:1. And the main thing that I'm trying to get our people to understand today is that you don't have to attach yourself to these holidays just because you see the oppressor do.
Right.
The white supremacy, the only thing they even want from you is your money. All these Christmas lights, Christmas trees, all this garbage is based on financial gain.
Right.
That's why one of the biggest days of the year for these businesses is Black Friday.
Right.
That ain't exist. The business of America created that. Why? For money.
Right.
That was the whole point in that. Now, where does Christmas come from? Let me tell you something. Christmas is nothing but a warp, been changed and evolved from all kinds of pagan worship. It's always been about getting drunk, getting naked, having orgies.
Right.
And then they even try to say a fat man comes down your chimney and gives you gifts.
Right.
If you stay in an apartment, where does fat man come from? So then you lying to your children. Again, I'm not talking to you, white man. I'm talking to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that have failed for this trick.
That's right.
For this trap. What's even messed up is our brothers and sisters get mad at us for telling the truth. You had a brother come up here yelling at the top of his lungs, talking about we talking crazy. But he never stopped to ask a question.
Right.
Or if you got the truth, come break it down to us.
Right.
No, the only thing you doing is you doing just like Samuel L. Jackson and Django.
Right.
We sick, boss.
Right.
We sick. You scared to speak against white supremacy. Let me tell you something. The I.S.U.P.K are not.
Right.
All my brothers up here, they tell the truth, they teach the truth, and they live the truth, man. So, let's get back to this Christmas thing. This Christmas thing, right? It comes from a worship called Saturnalia. All it was based on during the Greek and Roman captivity, meaning when they were in power, it was only based on what they wanted to do as far as partying, getting drunk, having orgies. Even with Constantine, for one, was a black man.
Right.
He was in a battle with the Romans and Christianity. What he had to do was merge the two. He merged these two faiths so he could get the people on one accord. Because he was in rule, but he didn't want anybody to go against his rulership.
Right.
So he took the beliefs of the Roman Catholic Church, or the Romans at the time. He took the beliefs of Christianity. When he put these two things together, he had to add a little bit of Christ in it. And it's not even the real Christ. This is one thing we need to understand. This image sitting right here is not Christ.
Right.
This is Caesar Borgia. I seen a person walking through here with a so-called Jesus piece on his neck. He just don't know Christ is not white.
Right.
Christ does not have straight, long hair.
Right.
Nobody out here can prove to me in the Bible Christ looks like this Mark of the Beast image right here.
Right. Right.
Nobody. But we can prove it according to the scriptures. So Constantine, he merged these two beliefs. What the Romans believed in and what at the time so-called Christianity believed in. He merged the two. None of them ever went by the truth of the Bible. Now, the Bible will tell you what these lights and Christmas trees are based on, especially the Christmas trees. There was a ruler named Nimrod. Nimrod, when he died, his mother, to keep her rulership, to keep people in fear, said Nimrod would be a god. He's the spirit in those trees.
Right.
We're going to find in the scripture the whole reason why white supremacy teaches you to put a tree up during Christmas time is based on a god that was supposed to be Nimrod. It was also saying that this God is supposed to be this Christmas tree. The reason why at the bottom of a Christmas tree, you notice it has feet. And you have to hammer it down. We're going to see in the scriptures where it talks about people believe that Nimrod was in these Christmas trees and that he would walk around and kill them if they didn't put gifts under it. Let's read.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you.
This is the Lord's words. Read.
O house of Israel.
Directed toward Israel, so they don't get confused and walk around here in Christmas pajamas. So they don't get confused and walk around here and take gifts from people that would have never given you anything throughout the year. But now it's supposed to be some called Christmas spirit that don't exist. Read.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Now at first, we saw that we're talking about Israelites. So if it's the Israelites, and the Lord is talking to the Israelites, who is the heathens? Because he's saying, don't go by the ways of the heathen. The heathen in the Bible is any other nation but the 12 tribes of Israel, man.
That's right.
That's who he's talking to. The 12 tribes of Israel is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
That's who the 12 tribes are. And we're going to read that you should not be cutting a turkey, worshiping Thanksgiving, and especially at this time of year, Christmas. Read.
Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Now, what that part is talking about when that eclipse came. I think it was this year or last year. Everybody lost, was that this year? Last year. Everybody lost their mind. They thought it was some sign. People started worshiping it, making products based on the eclipse. The Lord said, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, do not be dismayed by what the heathens believe in.
Right.
By what they worship.
Right.
This is for you. This Bible is for you. White people are wondering right now why we in the midst of their heaven, screaming at the top of our lungs, talking about nothing. Let me tell you how dumb they are. They don't realize we are helping to build a nation and a nation.
Right.
We are coming from the Bible. We are telling the truth from the Bible. We're not up here screaming. We're crying aloud like the Bible tells you to do. We're supposed to whisper it. Our people are confused out here. They oppressed. Most of them are sitting outside of their jobs right now. They want to hear this. I don't care how they try to act in front of their boss. They got their head turned this way.
Right.
Read.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cut of a tree out of the forest.
Again, we are talking about in this time. People were putting up trees at that time, going in the forest, chopping it down. Read.
For one cut of a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen.
So workmen would go out to the forest and cut a tree down. Read.
With the axe, they deck it with silver and with gold.
Oh, snap. Now, the white man got songs about that, don't he? Silver and gold.
Right.
Silver and, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not going to sing that song. It's garbage to me.
Right.
But my point is, you hear about silver and gold. You tell me it's a coincidence that's in the Bible?
Right.
It's a coincidence when the Bible is telling you don't worship, basically the holiday, I'm paraphrasing, don't worship the holidays of the heathens?
Right.
You are the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You on the bottom. I don't care what job you got. I don't care what prestige you think you have. White people look at you like trash.
Right. Right.
Trump look at you like trash.
Right.
Your boss looks at you like trash.
Right.
He talking bad about you on his way home, at his dinner table, to his kids. He don't let his kids come around your children.
Right. Right.
It's all good at work. Hey, how you doing, Jim? When you go home, he ain't studying you.
Right.
Unless you don't show up for work. That's the only thing he care about. Keep reading.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails, with the hammer, that it move not.
That it what?
That it move not.
Now hold up. Now, last time I checked, in this white society, they teach you, put up your Christmas lights, put up a Christmas tree, and then there's these little feet at the bottom of the Christmas tree. Back in the day, you used to have to nail it so it don't move. Now in the scriptures, it's telling you what people used to do. Go into the woods, cut these trees down, put them in your house, deck them with what?
They deck it with silver and with gold.
So you deck your Christmas tree with silver and gold. Then you fasten it at the bottom with those little stilts so it don't move.
Right.
Do this sound familiar to you?
Right.
These are warnings from the Lord in the Bible not to do that. Let the white man, let the Asian man, the Arab man, let him do all that stuff he want to do. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you are the true Israelites that this Bible speaks of, and this Bible is talking to you.
Right.
It's talking to you. That's the power of it. That's the wisdom of the Bible. Got any more?
They fasten it with nails, with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree.
Sweet. Hey, what are the pockets at? Okay. All right, now, hey, keep that other one on this. There you go. Let me get, in 1 second. Let me get 1 Maccabees 2 and 1. Now, we broke down where Christmas come from, man. Christmas come from celebrating Saturnalia, a Roman Greek festival of sex, orgy, alcohol, and just straight up greed. That's all it came from. That's all their holidays come from. If you even look at the white man's holidays, he even stole that word. Because we have holy days. That's what we celebrate. Now let me tell you what you should have been as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the true Israelites of the Bible. Let me tell you a little bit about your history, because you don't know. Because you don't know. So this is what you need to understand. All right, this is what you don't know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is what you don't know, what you should be celebrating. See, let me tell you something, man. When we celebrate holy days, a lot of times it was about victory. And this victory, there was a time when we were being oppressed by the Greeks. We were being oppressed by the Greeks, and they were taking over the land. Now let's read this first part. Now I want you to go, where you at? I want you to go here first. Everything highlighted, that's what I want. Read that.
First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians.
So, this Greek ruler killed Darius, the Persian ruler. This is something you gotta pay attention to. This is your history. So once he killed him, the Greek ruler came into power. Just read the rest of this.
Darius, king of the Persian and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
The first over what?
The first over Greece.
So now we know that there's a ruler that has just come in power, and he's ruling over Greece. Now Greece, read that there. Now Greece is in power, and they are the ones that's taking over the land right now. Read.
Verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him.
So now, this Greek ruler ruled over all these different nations. You can look at the white man now. Does he not rule over all these different nations?
Right.
Now, when you look at tributaries, that's contributions, that's money that all these other nations gotta pay. Now let me ask you something. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, how much of your money has to go to the white man?
Right.
How much goes to your own people? We are oppressed. And we in a system where everything that we spend for goes to him. He is ruling right now. Just in this day, what's his name? Alexander was in rulership. Now go to the, oh, you got that? Go to the next one. And again, turn it back. Yeah, and again, we're talking about the history that you should know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You shouldn't be worshiping no Christmas. It's in vain. It don't mean a damn thing.
Right.
What you should be happy about and celebrating is what you call Hanukkah.
Right.
The Feast of Dedication.
Right.
Now the white man, the so-called Jewish man, even tried to steal that, and he called it something wrong. What do you call it, Hanukkah? And it's called Hanukkah. They don't even have a meaning behind it. They can't even tell you the history of it. That's why we're telling you the history now. So read that up.
Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died.
So now we know Alexander, what we call him the Greek. What most people call him is Alexander the Great. So he was in rulership. Then he dies. Read.
And his servants bear rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
So now, you got his servants just basically took over after Alexander the Greek died. So then they started spreading out the crowns. They started separating the lands, taking over, doing all kinds of evils. It was already evil that Alexander the Greek took over. Now the people under him took over. They were just as evil. Let's read.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus.
So now we got one of the wicked of the wicked. Get that, Babaka. So look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Why are people doing that? They are indoctrinated with the way that the white man wants to worship Christmas. That's the whole point of us coming out with these scriptures. Right. They don't understand their history, man. We haven't been taught. So now Antiochus is one of the most wicked rulers to rule right now. Let's see why. Go ahead.
Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king who had been in hostage at Rome, and he resigned, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
So now we know the Greeks had another long run where they're ruling everything. Now we're about to come into play. When I say we, I'm talking about Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're about to come into play at this point. So now we know Greece is ruling for a very long time under different rulerships. Read.
Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Say again.
Wicked men.
Wicked men. It said out of Israel. Now first we were talking about the wicked men out of Greece that was in rulership. So why is the Bible all of a sudden talking about wicked men out of Israel? Let's see.
Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
Make a covenant with who?
With the heathen.
This is why it is wicked to celebrate Christmas.
Right.
Thanksgiving.
Right.
Easter.
Right.
All the white man's holidays, man.
Right.
Because you are breaking the covenant.
Right.
Let me get go to the Bible real quick. I'm gonna get a precept for that, so we can understand.
First, let me get 2 Kings 17 and 15. I'll get these others in a minute.
Yeah, 2 Kings 17 and 15. Now here's the deal. We have to be very careful about what we listen to and just how we're condoning these customs. We shouldn't be taking the customs of other nations, especially heathens. Let's read why.
2 Kings chapter 17 verse 15. And they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he made with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them. And they followed vanity and became vain.
So now we're looking at a people in this scripture that started going away from the customs of their fathers.
Right.
That's who they're talking about.
And went after the heathen that were around about them.
Look around you right now. We are about the heathen. Right. Accepting all their wicked ways. Accepting Christmas. Trying to get gifts. Going broke over nothing. It's in vain. Again, we saying vain means nothing. What does scripture say about vanity?
And they followed vanity and became vain.
We are following the heathens. We are following white supremacy. Right. What is it doing for us, man? What does Christmas really do for you at the end of the day? Does it stop police killing us in the street? Right. Does it stop our children being aborted? Does it even stop the madness going on in Christianity, effeminizing the men and making the women masculine? Does celebrating Christmas help with that? If it does, somebody come show me how. Keep reading.
And went after the heathen that were around about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them.
Say that last part again, Salaki.
Concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them.
They should celebrate Christmas.
They should not do like them.
They should celebrate Thanksgiving.
They should not do like them.
The scriptures say we should not do like them.
That's right.
We go by the scriptures, man. We don't make this up.
Right.
I know these Christmas lights look good to you. I know the Christmas tree looks good to you.
Right.
You feel like your family all together. Now here's my question. Why does it take one night, 1 week for your family to come together under some damn Christmas tree where y'all should be coming together all year?
Right. We want no